infrastructure, about rail, about data centers, about AI, the less we will be talking about these historic animosities. And along those lines, we look forward to more countries in the region joining the Abraham Accords. We look forward to a future that can realize this dream. Thank you, colleagues.
Я благодарю представителя Соединенных Штатов за его выступление. Сейчас предоставляю слово представителю Соединенного Королевства.
Thank you, President. I thank Deputy Special Coordinator Alak Barov for his briefing today. Colleagues, for 2 years, the world has witnessed the terrible human cost of the Hamas terrorist attacks of 7 October and the disastrous conflict in Gaza that has claimed so many lives. We are now at an important moment of hope, thanks to President Trump's ceasefire deal. We have witnessed, with immense relief, released hostages being reunited with their families after an unimaginable ordeal. More humanitarian aid is now entering Gaza, and the ceasefire provides an opportunity for the Palestinian people to begin to build a better future, free from conflict. We commend President Trump and his team for their efforts in reaching this historic moment. We are grateful to Qatar, Turkey, and Egypt for the specific roles they have played. And we also recognize the contributions of many other countries from the region and beyond, including France and Saudi Arabia, for leading work on the New York Declaration, which have been instrumental in getting us to this point. There is much more work to be done. We call on both parties to uphold their commitments under the deal and avoid escalations that risk undermining it. We call on Hamas to cease violence. They must locate and hand over the final 13 hostages, fully sharing the information they have with the mediators and the ICRC to help locate their remains. We also call on Israel to ensure restrictions on aid are permanently lifted to allow the unimpeded delivery of humanitarian assistance at scale. This includes supporting the UN humanitarian effort, opening all crossings to both humanitarian and commercial goods, and ensuring international NGOs can operate without obstruction. As we have consistently stated, all parties must comply with their obligations under international law. The International Court of Justice delivered an important advisory opinion yesterday on Israel's obligations in this regard. We welcome its clear findings that Israel has an obligation under international humanitarian law to ensure the provision of aid in Gaza, and that UNRWA has a critical role in delivering the humanitarian response. We will continue to consider the full detail of the opinion carefully. President, we must now build on the momentum of the ceasefire. We need urgent work to develop transitional security arrangements, including an international stabilization force. And we need to support the reform program for the Palestinian Authority as it builds the Palestinian state. This should comprise Gaza and the West Bank, including East Jerusalem, based on 1967 lines, with land swaps agreed as part of a negotiated, peaceful settlement. The United Kingdom is playing our part, for example, through humanitarian assistance, a deployment of staff to the US-led Civil Military Coordination Center, and by working with Egypt and others to mobilize private sector investment for Gaza's reconstruction. Finally, while the eyes of the world are focused on Gaza, we must not forget what is happening in the West Bank. Once again, we condemn attacks by extremist, violent settlers on Palestinian farmers in the West Bank during the olive harvest. We call on Israel to take action to stop this violence, end settlement, expansion, and lift its financial restrictions which risk economic collapse in the West Bank. Colleagues, We are at a historic crossroads. The way forward will not be easy. It will require courageous leadership on all sides and steadfast support from those of us in this room. But if we seize the moment, we have a chance to end the cycle of violence and achieve lasting peace for Israelis, Palestinians, and the region. I thank you.
Я благодарю представителя Соединенного Королевства за его заявление и предоставляю слово представителю Пакистана.
Thank you, Mr. President. I thank you for convening this important and timely debate. We also thank Deputy Special Coordinator Ramiz Alakbarov for his comprehensive briefing. After the catastrophic consequences of the recent two-year war and the unimaginable humanitarian crisis in Gaza, marked by the killing of more than 68,000 innocent Palestinians, most